Okay, we're now live. Hello, everybody. It's the 9th of November, 2023. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a Thursday on the backside of the week. Busy week, I'm sure, by everybody. It's election week. Some of you, not radiologists, obviously, but technologists, were probably off on Tuesday. It was election day. I guess the Congress had an election. I don't think I voted. I guess I'm not a good citizen. Crazy world, but we won't go into that. Everything in the Middle East. But let's talk about Rad Tech Week. So we'll stick with something we all can agree on. The key to radiology are the technologists. There's no magic. There's no discussion. There's no two opinions. We know from way back when the key for doing good CT was the technologist. Yes, the scanners got better, and getting a better scanner will make you look better. But if you don't have someone to manage that scanner, run that scanner, optimize that scanner, it's not really going to help all that much. And so the technologists are a critical part. I think the way I can look at maybe the technologists is maybe no different than a surgeon like Dr. Cameron has his PA, and it's a critical part of his team. Without Laura, things don't run smoothly, the patients are unhappy, things don't go well. And with Laura, everything just seems to happens correctly, and the magic is there. And the same thing for our technologists. The technologists are the ones who see the patients. Radiologists more and more are remote. Even if they're not remote, they're drowning in cases, sitting in a reading room somewhere, maybe with a resident, but many times they're sitting by themselves. So it's really a matter of getting the work done, but it's a technologist who is creating the images. They learn the protocols you teach them. They help select the protocols, question you if the protocol needs to be adjusted, or if you have some better ideas, or they have better ideas. So it's really a very, very important part of what we do. And obviously I do CT, and so I'm familiar with the importance of the CT technologist. But if you speak to somebody in ultrasound, somebody in MR, somebody in fluoro, someone in the OR, someone on plain films, wherever you are in radiology, there's a technologist who is making things happen, making it efficiently done with high accuracy so that we can read the studies correctly. I tried to have one of our techs here today. I keep missing Becky. It used to be Tech Day, now it's Tech Week. Maybe next year it'll be Tech Month, but it's well deserved. I think they had some celebrations. In the old days, you remember when the vendors used to be allowed to come to the hospital. That means the contrast companies and the scanner companies, be a whole lot of donuts. Dunkin' Donuts was the only time of year they sold out because everybody was buying donuts. I think they got more than donuts this year, but they probably got some donuts as well. But whatever it is well deserved. Now, I guess one of the things I was going to speak about, and I am going to speak about now, is training technologists. And we have a school, we train our own technologists. That works out very well. But I'm not going to talk about training new technologists. I'm going to talk about training and retraining the old technologists. And it's no different than training and retraining the old radiologists. No matter how long you've done CT, things are changing. There's new things to know about. There's new things to look at. There's new ways of doing things. And so it's only with constant education and re-education can you really do incredibly well. And just like on the radiologist side, there's been challenges because of COVID and the post-COVID era, and everybody having limited resources, yada, yada, yada. So one of the things we need to do is to make certain we are training and retraining our technologists. I've mentioned before, people have gotten into bad habits because of COVID, not to give oral contrast in the ER or almost anywhere setting, so we're trying to fix that. I've also spoken about how for many places the confusion over IV contrast when it was short supply. Now it's in plentiful supply, but still bad habits are often hard to shake. So we need to make certain that we're rethinking, retraining, reteaching our technologists about the basics of CT. There was an article published in Surgery maybe a month ago which said that if you don't give IV contrast in the ER patient with acute abdominal pain, you'll miss 30% of the diagnosis just by not giving IV contrast. So the importance of giving IV contrast, the importance of giving IV contrast at the right time becomes very, very critical. So we need to really be redoing and rethinking and retraining and reteaching and reviewing, whether it's your cardiac protocols, whether it's for colon, whether it's in the ER setting for trauma, whether it's just the routine abdominal pain or your hematuria protocols or your brain bleeds or suspected brain bleed or suspected brain tumor. Whatever you do in your institution, and there's many, many things you do, you have hundreds of protocols. You got to make sure you discuss them, not all in one day or all in 1 hour, but over the year you need to be looking at them, thinking about them, reframing and rethinking them. And that's something that Technologist Week makes me think about. How that we work together with our technologists and how both of us need to get better. Retrain, rethink, redo, and optimize. There's no way around it, but that's a good thing. I don't look at retraining or rethinking or redoing as punishment. If you reach the point where you stop learning, then you have a problem. But as long as you're constantly learning and trying to improve, you will do extremely well. Now I do see, Lydiana's from California. Hey Lydiana. How are you? I know Lydiana was in New York a few weeks ago. Lydiana travels a lot, but I hope everything's well in Palo Alto. But yeah, so I think as we celebrate Technologist Week, it probably is a good time to think about what are you doing with the technologists? How are you training them? How are you retraining them? How are you keeping them up to date? Yes, it's great to give them donuts or cookies or filet mignon or whatever else, lobster maybe, whatever else, whatever you're giving, whatever your hospital is doing, that's terrific this week. So maybe this week we're not going to do any new teaching, but perhaps next week with the same vigor we're celebrating Technologist Week, we should celebrate Technologist Week every week, though sometimes it's different, and maybe next week or the week after or this rest of the month should be rethinking and retraining how to optimize protocols, how do we deal with our patients better, how do we do everything so that we make the best diagnosis on all of our patients all of the time. So let me stop there. Again, let me just wish all the technologists near and far, those at Hopkins and those elsewhere around the world, wish you only the best, and on behalf of all radiologists, we thank you very, very much. And we have about, if you look at our Facebook page, we're up to 993,000 people looking this week, which means I think we have every technologist in the universe and every radiologist on the site. But I think we do want to wish everybody a happy Tech Week. Thanks for everything you do, and I truly do mean it. And I hope you have a great day and get back to work. Okay, everybody. See you later. Bye, Lydiana. And FJ Creighton, hi, hello there to you as well. Okay, bye, guys.